Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Gary B, the casual comic guy here. And we're, for the second time this week, we're going to do a bonus Bargain Reads Bought Dirt Cheap. It's a new series I started that I like a lot. The focus of this video series is to show the community that there's great books at a great price that are worth your time to read, and you're going to get more out of them than just monetary value. There's tons of great reads by great writers, great artists, great creative teams out there in those dollar bins that are worth your time. If you just want a good read, if you just want to spend some time relaxing and enjoying content, and that's the main focus of this series. So we're going to go through my bargain reads, bought dirt cheap, and I have 3 channel shout outs I want to get to today. It's been a while since I've been able to get a couple of them out, and there's some I want to go through. And I got some notes because remembering's hard, you know. So we're going to highlight a series today. It was an 8-issue series, and then it concluded in Marvel 2-in-1. And I'm going to show you all the covers, and we're going to talk about the series, okay? So, this was published in 1975. Like I said, 8-issue run with 2 ending issues in Marvel 2-in-1. So 10 issues altogether to complete the story. And what we're talking about today is Skull the Slayer. All right, look at that cool old art. Now, Skull the Slayer is, like I said, an 8-issue series, and we got our main players, which are Jim Scully. He was a prisoner of war and got returned back to the States. Upon arriving home, he went to his parents' house. His wife had divorced him and moved on. He found out his brother was a drug addict, and his brother attacked him and fell on his own knife and died. And he got accused of the murder, and he went on the run. He was posing as a lifeguard, and they caught him in they caught him in posing as a lifeguard. And he was on a flight back passing over Bermuda Triangle, and it had other passengers on board. You had Dr. Raymond Corey, who's a physician and scientist, kind of an abrasive personality, much like Jim Scully. Both of them are, they're just used to having to fight and prove themselves. So they go a little overboard all the time. And sometimes that's fun in the books. Sometimes it's a little, okay, we've been here, let's not do it again. You also have his assistant, Ann Reynolds, who's just out to prove, you know, that she's more than her looks, that she's got brains, and she's an accomplished person of her own right without gender being brought into it. And she's a great character. She's a lot of fun to read. Probably one of the strengths of the book. Then you have another one, and this is a group of people just all out to prove themselves. They feel like people are putting them down, whether it's for their gender, their race, or what happened during a war, right? And the Jeff's a little different. He's a kid. He's the son of a senator, Jeff Turner, but he's out to prove himself as an independent kid, and that he's not just the son of a senator who everything's handed to him. And so there are a bunch of flawed characters, and they're all flying back on this plane, and they're going over to Bermuda Triangle, and of course it's the Bermuda Triangle, so trouble ensues. The plane goes down, falls through a time loop, and they end up back in prehistoric times. And really really fun read, and you get some great art in it too. But so let's get a good splash page here to show you guys. You got him fighting a T-Rex. You got cavemen. You got aliens. And the thing with Jim Scully, is they get captured by these Stone Age people, and once they do, there's this chamber where these Stone Age people worship. But in that chamber is an alien, and it's an alien chamber, very futuristic. He's long since passed, and he's in a chair, and he has this belt on, which Jim Scully pries off him and puts it on himself, and it gives him a lot of powers. Here we go. So they're in this chamber. You can see the alien right here in this panel. And as you can see, the art's really decent. A lot of fun, really reminiscent, like that good old 70s art. And he pries that belt off and places it on himself. And he's able to help free him and his friends from these basically Cro-Magnon people, right? Or Neolithic, whatever. I forgot what time period. And the series just progresses from there. It's them getting from one script to another. Sometimes getting along with each other, sometimes not. Jim and Anne, as you can guess, start forming a relationship. And Dr. Raymond Corey gets a little jealous of the relationship. He never really trusts Jim. Jim never really trusts him. And a lot of the battles in these are just those two learning how to work together and not fight all the time. Here's issue 3. So they're lost in time. And then they come to this tower. And in the tower, as you go up the tower, every level of the tower is a different time period as built by these aliens. So he can end up in all sorts of different times. And then you get some cool guest stars like the Black Knight. But there's a catch to the Black Knight, and one I won't ruin for you guys. So this is a fun read. You can find all the Skull the Slayers in most dollar bins. The most you might pay is $4 or $5 for issue 1. All the rest are pretty cheap. But they're definitely bargain reads, and they're definitely great. All right. So this is one of the main villains. His name is Slither Rogue, and he's a lot of fun. And there's just a lot of stuff that goes on. I really don't want to give much away. Like I said, it's only 10 issues total. The 8 of the main story. And then 2 issues that end in Marvel 2-in-1, guest starring the Fantastic Four. And because, of course, Marvel 2-in-1 is a Thing book. So just great old adventure comics. A lot of fun. And as you can see, I have these in great shape. And for dollar reads, you cannot go wrong with dollar reads. And this is a fun adventure. As you can see, the belt's working there, giving them strength and some invulnerability. All right, this god must die. So it's like the final confrontation. And then these guys are trying to find out how they can get back to their time. And it ends up happening in Marvel 2-in-1, issues 35 and 36. Ben Grimm ends up going back in time, crashing where they are, and helps get them back. I don't want to ruin any more of the story, but you got him and, obviously Skull the Slayer. Reed Richards is in this. And from the past into the present. And that concluded like the whole main storyline of the first series. Just those 8 issues and those 2 Marvel 2-in-1s. Again, you could put this series together really cheap. It's 10 issues total. You could probably put it together for around $12. If you catch your place on a sale, like my LCS has Fun Day Mondays, where their 50-cent books are half off, and you could get a bunch of these for 25 cents where I'm from. So not too. Oh, I had 2 of that one. Sorry. So one is but. You catch a good sale, either $1 or 50 cents, or like I did, sometimes a quarter. Then you got a whole complete series on the cheap, which is a fun read. And I definitely recommend it. And like I said, you can't go wrong. For under $12, you get a whole series. You can sit down and read it in one shot and just enjoy it for what it is. Some of the writing is a little dated with some of the themes. But anytime you're going to buy anything from that time period, that's going to happen. Nothing's perfect, but it's certainly fun and definitely well worth the money. Now, having gone through Skull the Slayer, we are going to get to our shout-outs, okay? And our first shout-out is going to be Jambo Comics. It's a great channel, one I've kind of just newly discovered, and I think I discovered it through Comic Mag Musings. And then Jambo subbed me up, I subbed him back up too, and he's great. He's got like vintage unboxings, like silver and bronze age hauls, which are really cool. He shows a lot of great books. The guy's got a nice, relaxed delivery and just a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoy his videos. I've only seen a couple so far, but I'm going to keep visiting his channel, catch up little by little. But that's Jambo Comics. He's at 285 subs, so he's getting close to 300. Certainly doesn't need my help. He's doing better than me, but but I mean, 15 subs. There's got to be maybe, hopefully, 15 people on my channel that don't watch him that could sub him up, get him to 300. Okay, so again, Jambo Comics, and just really enjoyable. Next, and if you go to any of these people and sub them up, let them know that Gary Vee sent you over. You know, we're one community trying to build each other up, so let's be supportive of each other. My next shout out is going to be Super Mole Retro. Steve over there, he's at 76 subs. And Steve does unboxings, and he does big boy boxes, small boxes. He also sells his own mystery boxes on eBay. So he's got a lot going on. He does vintage video game reviews. He does memorabilia. He does a little bit of everything on his channel. Just a cool, relaxed dude talking about his books and things he loves. Definitely give him a sub up. And he's only 14 away from 100. And I think today he just released a 100 sub giveaway video. So go check out that video. Get the rules in of the contest. And he's giving away some cool stuff. So go check him out. That's Super Mole Retro. And I'm going to put all these links below so you guys can find them easily. And then my last shout out is Geekspot Comics. They're 118 subs. And it's a father and daughter team. They do unboxings and reviews, and it's just a dude and his daughter relaxing, talking about comics, laughing, having some fun, and enjoying the hobby for what it is. And you know, a lot of the videos he'll ask his daughter if he knows who's on the cover or who's in the issue or why it's important. And she's a lot of fun. Sometimes she knows, sometimes she doesn't. But it's a great father-daughter team, and it's just charming to watch, and they're good people. And those are my 3 shout-outs for today. And so that's Jambo Comics, Super Mole Retro, and Geekspot. All right, and I will link them all below. And just wanted to put out one more bargain reads, bought dirt cheap before the new year. So that's it, guys. I hope everyone has an incredible new year. 2021 should be a lot better than 2020. At least we hope so, right? And until next time, guys, keep it casual.